Hi. What's happening? Hello. It is Tuesday. That means it's time for the UpViral Co-Pilot Show starring me, the Viral Traffic Guy. Johan says, "Hi, have a question. This is Q&A day. We haven't done a Q&A in quite a while. And so hopefully you're coming loaded with bear with lots of questions because I'm here to give you the ultimate answers. Now, I'm going to tell you, this could be a shocker to you, but I only have an hour and a half today. Oh, you guys have got something going on, and I've got a meeting with a client in an hour and a half. So we got to crank this out today. We got to crank it. No messing around. I always mess around, don't I? Gene's here. Gene says, you don't call, you don't write. Dadgummit, Gene, have I missed something? Have I missed an email? Have I ignored you somehow? If so, I'm sorry. Here's the key with Mitch. You got to be persistent. Shouldn't have to be like that, but shaking my head. Gene, you got to dangle money in front. No, just kidding. Sorry, Gene, if I have missed something, please let me know. I apologize. I am going to be on vacation next week. For those of you who want to tune in next week, there will be a show. But today is May 18th, and next Tuesday, I will be lounging on the lakefront. It's all good, Gene says. All right. So part of that distraction, if I've missed out on something, Gene, is I'm thinking it. Vacation. That's what I'm thinking. It's vacation. Gene says, now that you're a Doge billionaire, you're too cool for school. Actually, that's not true yet. It would be fun, however. So today's question day, Q&A day, you got the questions, I got the answers, and some smart aleck comments to go along with it. So if you have some questions, line them up, get thinking, because we're going to answer some questions. I know of one question that was posted on the UpViral group this morning. We're going to dive into that. There are a couple of questions that have been submitted in the past that I haven't gotten to that we're going to get to if you don't have any questions for me. Good morning, Paul. Good afternoon, Paul. Celcio. Good question. Kiki's here. Johan's here. What kind of... I'll do that. Jeff is here. Johan... Steve, Johan, all you guys are here. Thanks for popping in. Deborah's here. Woohoo! Deborah, did you see me? I sent you a message the other day, or I tagged you in a post. Did you see that, Deborah? You didn't respond to me, so I thought maybe you just didn't love me anymore. Kind of like I don't love Gene, right? Gene. JDJ. Okay, Deborah did see my message. She's just ignoring me. Okay, it's kind of like the way Mitch treats Gene. Gene says, I'm crying. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, so we got 2 questions already. Thank you for that. I am not a Doge billionaire yet. So the joke, Gene, so I bought Doge crypto, long story, for 0.004. So of $1, that's 0.4 of 1 cent. I dumped $200 in there, and right now that $200 is worth about $20,000. So I'm not a billionaire yet. Kiki has a question. Good for you, Kiki. I'm just going to mark that as a question. We'll get to that in a few minutes because I want to go in order. I want to treat y'all right. But first, since I know there's a question on the UpViral group, let me go back over to there. Jillian has a question, and I'm going to refresh the page just to make sure that nothing else has popped in there on the UpViral group. By the way, for those of you who have not been active in the UpViral group, hey, let's do us a favor. Let's do you and me a favor and go over there and ask some questions, pop in some comments on people's campaigns. Let's get some activity going over there if you don't mind. I know you forget about it. There's 14,000 people in the group, and sometimes it's kind of quiet, and I miss y'all. So if you have a question and I don't answer it today, or if you're watching this later, pop over there in the UpViral group, the official group. It's called UpViral parentheses growth and marketing on parentheses. Pop over there and ask a question or get your campaign reviewed by everybody. So here's Jillian's question. I was going to try to pronounce her last name, and I should just stay away from it. I am terrible at pronunciation. Hey, Mitch, she says, I need to set up a campaign that immediately gives out a freebie. Great idea. Tips ebook, she says. And then has a competition to win a place on a digital course, a 1-hour one-to-one consultation, and a related gift as a package. What would you believe is the best way to set this up? Great question. Great question, Jillian. Great question. Love the question. It's I'm reading comments. Can you review a campaign I just launched? Rico, if we have time, I can do that again. I got an hour and a half today. Sometimes I tend to go kind of long. And actually, I'm going to take my headphones off. I was listening to Pink Floyd a minute ago, and I don't really need these, do I? Because I don't have a guest. Go away. Oh, do you want out? I'm sorry. One more second. The cat wants out. I locked him in. All right. No more annoyances there with the cat. Do you see my shirt? 250,000 leads in my account. Shocking, I know. So yes, Rico, we can talk about that. So Jillian's question. This is actually something that I highly recommend to you, is to give away something like a surprise. If you're launching a contest, what would be better than to offer something free to those people who register for the campaign? So when they get to the sharing page, so let's say you're giving away, in her case, Jillian's giving away a winner to one person gets a course, a one-on-one session, some other good stuff, right? So what would happen? What would you think if you went to that campaign, you registered because you're excited about whatever her offer is, and you get to the landing page and it says, congratulations, you're registered to win the blah, blah, blah. But guess what? If you go check your email, I've sent you a bonus gift. Now, what does that do? Not only does it excite them because there's something that they're going to get that they weren't expecting, but it gets them over to their email, and it gets them over to open that very first registration email that says, hey, by the way, here's a free bonus for you. It gets them potentially to move it out of the spam box if it ended up in their spam box. So, yeah, I suggest you do that. Absolutely suggest you give something away for the very first registration. It encourages people to go to their email. It encourages people to open that. It encourages people to start trusting you right away. I'm sure you've got something free that you can give away. Why not? Why not do that and get them excited about what's going on in your life? Thank you, Deborah, for that comment. Deborah's suggesting that Jillian go get my planning course. I have some stuff coming up, and I'm not here to promote my stuff, okay? But I got some stuff coming up that you guys are going to want to be involved in. I'm starting my own giveaway. I'm doing exactly that, by the way. when you register for the giveaway. Actually, let me back up. I'm doing a wait list before the giveaway starts. Then comes the giveaway. When you join the wait list, you get a freebie. If you invite people to get on my list, then you'll get some other stuff. It's a wait list. It's a contest. A contest is going to be cool. Why not get people excited before the dang thing starts? Steve, great question. I'm going to answer that one too. So, do you start with giving something away for free? Absolutely. I think Jillian has a winner there. That should be something that everybody should be doing in your campaigns. Now, let's suppose it's your very first campaign. Is that something you should do? Here's something that I am working a lot on. And the thing that I pinged Deborah about is that I'm working on an idea. And that idea has to do with something that I think many people struggle with. And I know I've talked to y'all about this multiple times. And that is trying to create the biggest and baddest campaign on your very first launch. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I know it's tempting. And if you hire me, I will build the biggest, baddest campaign ever when you launch. But that's because I know what I'm doing. Most of y'all, no offense, please don't take offense, but most of y'all really don't understand the process yet. And what I'm finding in my mastermind, when I've worked with people for months and months and months, is that the hardest thing to do is to launch your freaking first campaign. It takes forever. And so what I'm doing is I'm building. I know Wilco's done a 30-day challenge. I've toyed with the idea of doing something similar, a 30-day challenge, 10-day challenge, whatever. And what I'm doing is I've decided to create this 6-month program. And I know 6 months initially sounds very like, but in working with the people in my mastermind, and I've got people that are building campaigns, and I got people that aren't building their campaigns. The point is to just get started. And so there's a lot of stuff that's coming down the road there. And I'm working on this program that I'm hoping to start in June. But I think it will be a fantastic thing for those of you who are struggling getting their marketing going. Now, I'll also tell you something that, and I know you guys have heard this from me a million times before. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Let me say that again. This is a marathon. Marketing your business is a marathon, not a sprint. So many of you think this is going to just be the instant. I'll go back to what Gene said. It's going to be the instant millionaire thing where you're going to run a contest. You're going to be like Mitch. You're going to get 250,000 leads. And Gene says it's not a marathon. Uh-oh, I want to see what comes next. Now you're going to have to say more than that, Gene. Excuse me. But in terms of what we're doing for your business is that we are trying to get some consistency. I was actually poking around a couple of people's campaigns this morning. And what I see is spurts, or somebody runs a contest and then doesn't do it again for a year or 2 years or 3 years. Gene says a marathon is over in 4 hours. Okay, you're right. All you have to do is go the same direction as everyone else and keep putting one foot in front of the other. I mean, yeah, okay. Maybe I need a better analogy. Gene says being an entrepreneur is more like the Hunger Games. No idea which way to go, and someone is always trying to kill you. I love it, Gene. That's hilarious. Someone is always trying to kill you. That is very true. It's very true. And you don't always know which direction to go, right? You see lots of, this is a great analogy. But the Hunger Games is over very quickly too. And when somebody kills you, it's like over, right? This doesn't happen unless you're the winner, and then you go on. But the idea here still is that I think you get my point. The idea is that this is an ongoing effort in your business. I've seen a lot of people say that your marketing should be what, 80% of your time. It depends upon what gurus say what. I am not necessarily doing the best job of marketing myself either. I'm thrilled that UpViral is helping me with promoting myself, but there's so many more things that I could do. Like I said, like running a contest. I have campaigns that have been going for months and months and months. They're lead magnets. Why aren't you doing lead magnets? Why aren't your lead magnets UpViral campaigns? I know. Well, the landing pages suck. Well, they don't suck anymore. The pages you can build with UpViral are now virtually, not perfect, but they're virtually as good as many of the other page builders on the planet. You can't use that excuse anymore. That is no longer an acceptable excuse. You should be, and I will preach this till the cows come home, you should be running your lead magnets as a viral campaign where you offer something as a bump, a viral bump as I'm trying to call it, on the sharing page. So you're going to give away your lead magnet like you always do, but why not ask people to share on the sharing page? Nobody is doing that with their lead magnets. You give them the thing and then you go away. Or I get Alzheimer's or whatever happens to me. Of that 250,000, and what I really rather them do would be this shirt that says, I got 250,000 leads with UpViral. And underneath it or somewhere, it says, by the way, 44% of those were referred leads. That's the gold, right? That's where the gold comes in with using UpViral. If you're doing a lead magnet and you do the viral bump like we're talking about, then you will get a small percentage or a large percentage or somewhere in between of people asking their friends, sharing your message for you. Why aren't you doing this? If you only get a 10% bump, if you only get 10% of those people to share with somebody, hello? Who wouldn't want 10% bump in their leads? Who wouldn't want 10% of bump in their revenue down the road? This is easy stuff. All you got to do is ask. Ryan Levesque has an entire program called Ask. Now, his program isn't about referrals. His program is about asking people and doing a survey on the front end and getting feedback from people, blah, 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 to get them more to opt into your lead magnet. And as Gene knows, because Gene and I did a campaign where we did a survey on the front end with Typeform, you can do that. You can do the ask on the front, but you can also do the ask on the back. I don't want to go down that pun path there. Steve Miller says, Webinar Jam keeps freezing this morning. I'm sorry. Gene says, it was a killer. It worked well. We talked a lot about it working well. I'm getting wound up this morning. Can you tell? Deborah Lloyd. UpViral goes beyond building your list by also helping you build a marketing force as well. This is untapped traffic. Untapped. People are ignoring this opportunity, and those that take advantage of it are going to succeed. That's my premise. That's the whole reason I've started doing this stuff 8 years ago. I learned quickly how advantageous this is, whether you're running a contest or a webinar or a viral, what do they call it, product launch formula thing, or a simple lead magnet. You can add this viral bump to your campaign and reach more people. It's proven over and over and over and over again. It's proven. There are statistics. Go look at UpViral's landing page. There are statistics about referred people buy more stuff. The good folks over at AppSumo did a survey because they own a tool called something, something, something. It's a viral list building tool like UpViral. And they studied their own campaign and found out that the people that came to them through that contest that they ran bought 55%. Hello, I'm gonna ring the bells. 55% more. They paid AppSumo 55% more than standard leads that came to them through their traditional marketing. Johan says not answered yet. I don't know what that means. Oh. No, Celcio, I have not answered your question. I haven't answered anything other than now I'm ranting. But I'm ranting about something that I think you guys really need to think about, which is why you're here, of course. Bless your hearts for being here. And that is the idea that you can use a tool like UpViral to boost your revenue, to boost your leads, to boost your marketing, everything. All right, so let me stop ranting. Let me go back to the UpViral question. Jillian, the answer is yes, you can put an ebook for signing up. Sure that they put you out, drag you out of spam or promotions because there's something really cool in there. It tells them that you're going to surprise them, that you're going to over deliver, that you're excited that they're in the contest. You could set all that up in UpViral without any incentives, without any extra bells and whistles on your campaign, which is where I started. And you can also just include the link to that ebook in the outgoing email that is the sign-up email. It's very simple. Bingo bango, it's done. JDJ, I saw your message. I'm going to try to copy your question, your private question, and I will do my best to get back to you. I will be on vacation next week. I'll say that again. Yeah, we're going to be on vacation. All right, so let me go back through the questions that have popped in here. Steve's question, unhealthy leads are reported by UpViral. How do you find them and what to do? So, Steve, that question goes into the whole topic of brain. Come on, brain. Come on. Why is my brain not coming up with this? Fraud detection. God. Fraud detection. I had to go look it up. Whoever is asked to speak, no, you can't speak. Sorry. We don't do that on here. Oh, I didn't even get all the way back. Kiki's question was before. There's three questions. I didn't go far enough. So Steve's question, unhealthy leads reported by UpViral. It's really not anything more than on the reports tab. The unhealthy leads are trying to summarize the data that's up in the fraud detection. They're trying to use a different word than a fraud. They're just trying to say unhealthy. But that's really the connection is between the fraud detection and the reporting, making the assumption that you're going to come in and look at the reports, because that fraud detection is in the upper right-hand corner, and I think a lot of people kind of ignore it, and they don't understand what it is. And we talked actually a lot about fraud detection last week. If you want to bump back into that question, we can get to that. Kiki said, let me get to Celsius because I know he's been bumped. I noticed that some actions you don't need to actually complete to get the points. You click on it and even cancel the pop-up windows, you still get the points. That's correct. So here's the deal. Let's assume you're on the sharing page. The person clicks on the Facebook sharing and up pops the window from Facebook. UpViral's still in the background. And so the person is supposed to click the button to share and post it on their Facebook account. Facebook, also true for Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, all of these services, they don't have an API, a programming interface, that would feed the information back to UpViral that says they actually posted. So UpViral makes the assumption, and this is true for all the other tools. I've tested all the other tools. The other tools do the same thing. They make the assumption that person A that registered popped up the Facebook share and clicked the post it button. There is no way to physically test that they actually did it. Do I wish there was a way? Absolutely. But Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, not Instagram, Pinterest, all of these tools don't create that capability. And so the tools just simply give the points for the action of sharing. What does that mean for you? It means that you're rewarding people for taking the action, whether they did it or not. Custom actions are a totally different story. I shouldn't say totally. Custom actions force you to go to the page, just like I shouldn't say force you. They ask you to go to the page, and then when they come back, you ask them a question, and the question is a verification question. You give them a challenge to say, yes, I did it, no, I didn't do it, or you take them to a page and ask them what the color of the image was on the bottom of the page. Kind of suggests to them that they need to scroll to the bottom to find out the color in order to answer the question. Does it verify that that's the right answer? You can set it up that way if you want to. Or you can just simply ask them a question and give them the points. There are no perfect systems on the planet to make those things happen. Steve says, which leads nicely into my question about Twitter. Let me see. I have noticed that other viral platforms require the participant to enter their Twitter when sharing. Do you know if UpViral has a plan for that? I don't know if they do. What I am trying to work with Danny, the product manager for UpViral, is if they don't know that you want this upgrade, they ain't going to do it. Now, one of the things that I've been trying to work on, for example, is, and we talked about this last week, one of the other tools tells you on the referral section, you won't get points for referral unless the person that is referred takes an action. They have to actually come back and click on one of the buttons to earn some points before they become a referral for you. I think I like that. I would like to have the ability to turn that on inside of UpViral for my campaigns to try to cut down on the cheaty pants stuff a little bit. That says, okay, if Betty comes in and she just types in her husband's email address, she gets points for that, right? She fakes the referral and gets points for it. But what if that she had to actually log in as her husband and do some activity to get the points. Is, again, not perfect, but it is a way of cutting down on some of that fraud that happens. I would love to see that, and I'm going to be pushing for that. I do know, Steve, sorry. I do know that some of the tools, I think, have come up with additional ways, like putting in your Twitter ID to be able to somehow go check that a post was made. I don't know how they work. I would love to make sure that something like that came into UpViral, but again, there's a lot of things that I want, and I would love to see things happen. I still believe UpViral is the best tool on the planet, which is why I'm here. It has the best reporting, that's for sure. So again, if you want some of those improvements, Steve, go out there and suggest that is what I'm trying to say. Steve says, yes, my current campaign has hundreds of people that have claimed to have followed on Facebook, but only 7 actually have. Okay, what can we do about that? What is your question, Steve, when you send them over to that Facebook? If you're doing a custom action, I'm assuming that's a custom action where you send them over to your Facebook page and ask them to follow. What's the question that you ask them when they come back? Because I think it depends. Part of what I'm focusing on, again, is Steve says just follow. See, right now, that's what I would suggest to try is to put the question to them of, so here's how I kind of word it. Now, I'm not saying this is the perfect solution, but what I typically do is so that in the custom action, you send them to your Facebook page. When they come back, one way you can ask the question is, what was the name you registered under? Again, they don't know what to type or anything else. What you could do is say, paste in your profile link so that I can verify that you followed my Facebook page, and put it to them in kind of strong words that you're going to go check. Now, Celsio's question following that up says, custom action, does it give the points automatically, or do we give them manually after we confirm their answers? There is no manually confirming answers here. It is a trust factor, and the points are awarded automatically. And what I suggest to people is that they not worry about the points. You give them away like they're jelly beans or candy. But what you do is you verify on the winner selection, again, which is one of the reasons why I tell you never to let an automatic winner selection happen nor emails go out. And I strongly word, if I can, in emails or on the landing page, that those questions will be verified. And if you lied, we won't give you the big prize. Deborah, post the feature request. Thank you for that. It's simply, for those of you watching later, it's simply features.upviral.com. All you have to do is go to there. Johan, I am trying to get to all the questions. It is still marked as a question. Celsius says, I like that question. A profile link is better than the username. I agree. I mean, it's the custom action questions are just a threat, is all they are. Larry says, maybe there's a way that UpViral can check the posting to see if the contestants have posted at the time that they clicked. As far as I know, there isn't. It is something that I do think needs to be addressed, and I, again, suggest that you point this out to them. So, the thought here, if I can summarize it into one thing, is that the custom actions and stuff are kind of a threat. The questions are aimed at getting people to be honest. Most people are honest. But if you give them the hint that you're going to verify that they can't win if the questions are answered incorrectly, if they can't be proven, then people are going to be a little bit more honest about their answers in the first place. All right. So I'm going to, if you want to go back to that, let me know. Johan's very first question. I'm scrolling back. Okay, Johan, I told you I didn't get all the way back. Here we go. What kind of text do you use in the social share message? We did a whole show on the social sharing message, by the way, 2 or 3 weeks ago. The whole point of the social sharing is to be short, sweet, and to tease people enough that they click through. The social sharing has to be very focused, very concentrated, and I think you should give it a lot of thought. We don't often, and I'm raising my own hand here, because I don't think I do it as well as I could. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to shove some text in there. But the key to all of that is that is for people that actually do share. We're hoping that people are scrolling their Facebook timeline or Twitter or Pinterest or whatever, and they see the image, and the image is clear and understandable and gets their attention and teases them enough to get them to click. But the second thing they read is the text underneath there. If that doesn't help be clear and concise, then your social sharing is going to fail. I've done this a million times. Here's the thing that you should do. I'm just going to show you. All right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to close this. Hold on just a minute, if you don't mind. I'm going to take a quick second to do a little demo. And I want to make sure. All right. There are no more questions on the UpViral group. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to put you guys over here. Bye. And then I'm going to bring Safari up, and I'm going to share. Turn share screen on. You're going to briefly see something. Now, I got to get rid of some stuff so that I can make sure that it's working. Where did you guys go? What happened to my sharing screen? All right, that's Chrome. Did I just put you guys away? Sorry. So that's some of the questions. I put it away. All right. So if I go over here to Safari, that's better. Sorry. Now, if I go, you see, I've got a whole bunch of Facebook giveaway groups that I have bookmarked. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go in here. I'm going to pick one. I haven't, let's see, blog giveaway. We'll do this one. I know it's kind of active. Now, what I'm looking for is the social sharing, right? This is the social sharing for whatever campaign. This is a enter to win an iPhone 12, and there's no social sharing. Fail, right? So here's another one. Social sharing image doesn't give me any good stuff. Tried it Tuesday, SPI Mix running belt giveaway. So the giveaway word is finally here. We don't know what that URL is. We don't know who that is. So, right, this message, this image stunk a rock. And then so I jumped down to here to figure out what it was. Now, if you're scrolling on Facebook, you're going to skip right past that. Here's one. Image is good because it shows pictures of the prize getaway, Mackinac City summer getaway. Do not change or delete. What the flip is that? Why would you let this go? Right? Enter to win a fishing trip for 2. There is no text below it. So we also know that's a custom image. Bass Pro Shops. No text below it. So something's going on. Here's one. Gleam. Oh, I said another brand. Sorry. Summit Brands 1000 Grill Gear Giveaway. So we're getting an idea of what this is, although the image is cut off on the right-hand side. It's cut off on the left-hand side. Grill Gear Giveaway, win a $1,000 gift card. So at least they're talking about what the offer is, right? So what I'm trying to do is to show you, and maybe this is a bad group, but briefly, I'm trying to show you that this stuff matters. This one's not too bad, right? Enter to win 1 or 4 killer prizes. Here's the image. Here's the brand, which I don't know that really matters, but win a GIMB saw gear giveaway. Simply enter to win. Make sure that all of this stuff is readable, understandable, and not a bunch of garbage text. Make it something that gets people to your campaign. Deborah shared the link. Thank you, bless your heart, to the show that I referred to. It was April 6th. So Johan said, I was wondering about the text in the message below. Yes, I'm talking about this. I knew that's what you were talking about. This is critical. This is more critical because you want to be able to grab their freaking attention, right? Make sure it works well. Enter for a chance to win a grill. And what is wrong with these people? Why do they not test this stuff? Why do they not pay attention to this? Win 1 of 4 portable laptop stands. Okay, that's at least understandable. I don't know how they made this so big. This is curious. Want to add a work from home setup? Here we come. That's I guess that's just a page post, isn't it? That's not a. Anyway, what's wrong with this one? I don't know what the hell that is. All right. So anyway, you get my point. I think you get my point. All right. I need to change some things. I've learned some things. So, Celcio, can the most successful campaigns be shared as a guidance? Like how the page was set up and the question and all of that. So, I can't tell you the answer. So if we in the next, I don't know whether it's going to be next week or the week after. Next week I'm on vacation. There is a presentation by Danny, the Facebook guy, and William are going to be here to talk to you about something about Facebook, I guess. I don't remember what the topic is. Danny was supposed to be here the other day to talk about the new UpViral feature. There is a new feature that will help with this topic. Will the most successful campaigns be shared as guidance? Now, If you go into your UpViral, or if you go to UpViral.com, there are a whole bunch of case studies there. In your learning center in UpViral, there are a whole bunch of campaign case studies there. So yes, you can get to some great examples, and there are Q&As there. So the feature that UpViral is going to release will be helpful, but the case studies are even more helpful. Going back, Steve said, honest? I have many people that are professional contest enterers. They know they don't have to waste time actually doing the actions. Yes, that's sad. But guess what? Here's my quick thought. If I can be quick. Steve, one of the things that they do really well is social sharing. They do their best to earn points by sharing and bringing people in. They know that part very well. Are they going to be referring other professional contesters? Possibly, but those people share too. Are they always doing the social sharing? Yeah, I tend to think they are, because they know they can earn more points, more chances to win by doing the social sharing bits. Are they going to be the ultimate person for your business? Possibly not, but I have spoken to some, I shouldn't say many, I've spoken to some people that are professional contesters. They will tell you, number one, they won't register for a contest they don't want to win. Number two, they are very loyal to the brands that do offer contests because they feel good for the chance of winning something. Are they perfect? No, but none of your people are perfect. Quit worrying about those people and encourage them to share as much as possible, because they are great at what they do. Why not use them, right? Please stop. Here's my gentle advice. Please stop treating them as bad people and use them for your advantage. That's my advice. They are great at helping you expand your network. All right, let me keep scrolling. Questions. Rico. Rico, if you want to post the link to your campaign, go ahead and either privately share it with me, because you said you might want a campaign review if we have time. Kiki asked, can you show us again how to split up the actions? I can, and I will. So let me put you guys over here on the other monitor. Let me go into my UpViral account. Let me do the sharing thing. And let me go, oops, not there. Go to my UpViral account. Here is, by the way, the waitlist thing that I told you I was working on. Waitlists are freaky cool. So let me dive into my UpViral campaign, and let's go to, oh, actually, that's a good one. I should just stay with that one. Let me back up. Let me go to Setup Design Template. This was a campaign I did for a client. I'm going to go to the dashboard. So the question is, how do you split up the sharing buttons? So if you notice on this particular campaign, I have split the social sharing buttons into 3 different groups. Okay, are you with me on this? I did one-on-one conversations with WhatsApp, email, and Messenger. And then I said social media sharing and showed them how many points they could earn: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest. And then we had a whole bunch of buttons that were custom actions for this challenge. And we split those up so that they would look different and have a different place to do that. Now, during the challenge, we also gave them different activities to do. Each one of those was broken up. This is something freaky cool that you can do with UpViral. I also, if you're interested, have a course on how to use the new editor to your benefit. And one of the topics is this one specifically. So how do I make that happen? Now, there's two ways to do this inside of UpViral. Number one is to take an existing, I'm going to scroll back up to see if I missed any questions. I can take an existing share block and I can duplicate it. There's a little duplicate right there. But you don't want to do that. Let me say that again. You do not want to do it that way. Because what happens is that if you make a change to this block, they're tied together. And UpViral will keep those changes in both blocks. And therefore, if you turn certain things on, because you see that of all the buttons, I have those on, those three. If you do that duplicate, they will both have whatever you have turned on over here matching. And you'll get really frustrated. So the proper way to do it is to not duplicate, but to bring an actual brand new social sharing button section in from the left-hand sidebar. And you see that this has all of the buttons in it. And it's right now a pain in the patukas because they're all turned on by default, which is something that I wish everybody would yell at UpViral about, because the default should be off in my book, which is a whole nother topic. But then you have to go through and you have to click all of the buttons to turn them off when you only wanted a couple of them turned on. But when you do that, they're separate. The button groupings are separate, and you can do whatever you need to on the settings on the right-hand side. So make sure they're separate button groups. Does that make sense? You guys get that? It's critical. Do not duplicate them. Drag them on from the left-hand side and change the settings on the right-hand side for each group. If you don't do that, you're going to get in unhappy land. Okay, you got that? All right. Johan shared something earlier, and he says most of the images here are square images, and he gave the link to the samples that I have. And he says in Webinar Jam, let me just drag this back so we're not messing with that and I can read it. Most sample images here are square images. UpViral recommends a rectangle. They're not square. None of these are square, Johan. None of these are square. They look square here simply because it's Dropbox. Dropbox's overview makes them square. If you click on them, they are not square. They are rectangles. They are the proper size. They are 1980 by, they are 1200 by 628. I guarantee you they are the proper size. All of these samples are the right size. I guarantee it. Now, if you're a Canva user, I have some Canva templates that you can now use. I'm not sure I have the right link handy for that. UpViral says 600 by 314. That is the wrong thing, and I have begged them 20,000 times to change that. If you create an image that is 600 by 314, it will be pixelated. Do not do that. Don't get me started on that. I have begged them multiple times to change those words. They are wrong. They are wrong, wrong, wrong. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Deborah gave the link for Bless Your Heart. Johan says, I used 1200 by 628. So Deborah gave the link. I have a couple of links, which is the problem. I'm getting confused with so many links. But if you go to viraltrafficguy.com/get Canva 5 free, you will get into my, guess what? It's an UpViral campaign built in the new builder. Let me make it full screen. So I'm doing what I'm preaching here. I'm offering a lead magnet. This is a lead magnet. Get 5 free. This is an UpViral campaign. Notice one of the things that I'm doing down here. Typing in someone else's email will eliminate me from getting anything else for free from Mitch ever. This is something that I am doing to try to convince people to stop cheating by registering their aunt and uncle or whatever, right? I agree to get awesome tips and Mitch from the Master Mitch, and I'm modest about things. But you can get those 5 free Canva templates, and then if you want to, there's a whole package of 30 that you can buy from me. Ah! Shh! Don't tell anybody I said that. Great question, Kiki. I'm going to get that. So you're welcome to come over and pop in and get that if you're interested to get the 5 free samples. But again, this is an UpViral campaign. And if you do what I tell you to do, if you get the 5 free and then you refer somebody, I think it's 2 or 3, I've forgotten, you can get all 30 of them for free. And I'm charging money for that, but you can get them for free. So what am I doing? I'm doing exactly what I'm preaching to you guys. Okay? I am building my marketing with UpViral. I'm doing, this is a lead magnet campaign. Register to get the 5 free, and then if you do some work, I'll give you the 30. Simple. There's some promotion about me. Okay? There's me and my plaque. These are some of the templates that are in the 30 package. Those are amazing. I want 5 free. So you enter your name and your email, and you will get those. Thank you, Deborah, for bringing me the proper link. Notice, by the way, if you look up here, I'm using a custom domain. It's an UpViral campaign, and I am doing tracking. If you're not doing tracking, you're missing out on another great UpViral feature. Bob said, why is UpViral so resistant? They're not resistant. What they're doing, and things are changing. They are getting more and more. I shouldn't I shouldn't say that I get frustrated with them, but you know, it's just like families and friends and everything else. Sometimes we get frustrated. They have changed many things. And one of the things is they brought Danny on to be the product manager. He is getting up to speed. I have given him a list of over 30 things that I want to see fixed. That 1200 by 628 is one of those things on the list. And he is very interested in going through that entire list and making all of those changes. So they are listening. They're just a little bit slow sometimes in getting things fixed. Kiki says, can we transfer the details of a campaign from UpViral to my checkout page? Great question. And the answer is, it depends. I don't want to have to want the customer to have to enter their info twice. Is there an easy way to do it? The short answer to that part is no. It's not easy. You can do it. I have seen it done. It involves JavaScript and programming and some other things, and it depends upon what your cart is. But it can be done, but it isn't simple. Celsio's earlier question. I'm going to turn off sharing because I think you guys have seen that. His question, her, I don't know, is Celcio? Anyway, doesn't matter. Gender. Should we pay people whose goals are just to get as many people as possible, like influencers and that kind of people? The answer is, if it's the right influencer. You do not want leads for leads' sake. You want highly targeted people that are interested in your offer, what you have to sell. You don't want a whole bunch of people that aren't going to be producing the right avatar. You don't, and we've talked about avatar a lot here on the show. You want the right people to join your campaign. You do that through the offer, you do that through the incentives, you do that through the marketing, the images, and you can do that by partnering with people or buying influencers. But you do not want leads for leads' sake. You don't throw an Amazon gift card up there to try to get people if you're selling swimsuits. You might, but that still is the wrong offer. You want people that are highly targeted, so don't go find an influencer that's not going to bring people to you that are your right people. Just don't do it. You'll be wasting your money. I had somebody, by the way, that was a client of a client, really, who was offered a list. They were selling baby clothing, and they were offered a list of 200,000 people that they were told were parents of infants. They paid this person $2, and they were angry with us because they said the campaign wasn't working. No, you bought a crap list. You paid somebody for a crap list. You believed a bunch of hucksters. Don't do that. If you're going to rent a list, test it with a small number of people first before you pay them big bucks. And secondly, number one, Celcio, run a campaign before you bring influencers on. One of the people in my mastermind has been struggling to run a campaign. One of the reasons he was struggling, and we finally broke it down, one of the reasons he was struggling because his original offer that he was going to put out there were 3 gift cards that he hoped to be in the right market, and he was going to give them for $200 a piece because he wanted big leads. We cut it back. I told him there's no way in hell your very first campaign should be offering $600 in prizes. You don't even know how the tool really works yet. You don't understand whether that's the right offer yet. We cut back to $50 gift cards. So his total outlay is $150. He finally launched his campaign last week. But he'd been working on it for 4 months. And he was struggling with it, partly because this thing that we have up here messes us up. We get too wrapped up in wanting to run the perfect campaign Go back to that conversation about the marathon, the journey, the Hunger Games concepts that we talked about at the beginning. Just get started. Build a small campaign. Build a lead magnet campaign first. Test it out. Make sure you understand how the tool works. Offer some incentives. You don't have to create a $5,000 campaign on your first launch. If you do and it fails, where are you going to think you're going to go with your marketing next? You're going to jump UpViral. You're going to dump running a campaign of any kind of decent stuff, and you're going to say UpViral sucks. It's not true. I got 250,000 leads. 130,000 of them are referred leads. 144% of my campaigns are referred leads. 44% are referred. You may not get that on your first campaign. That's okay. All right, I'm preaching again. We have 20 minutes, by the way. I'm sorry, I do have to go today at the bottom of the hour. Deborah, post Copilot Show, October 20th, 2020. Bless your heart, Deborah. Finding and crafting your perfect audience. Thank you for that. I think that one's probably more aimed at Facebook. Potentially, it might have been one of the shows with Danny, the Facebook guy, but that's okay too. Did the leads convert well? Boy, there's a question. I mean, of the 250,000 leads that I've done, all of those were pretty much for clients. 44% are your unpaid sales force referred leads. Exactly. Thank you, Deborah. Nice job, Steve. Let me finish this. Did the leads convert well? One of the gentlemen that hired me 3 different times, by the way, was Fujifilm, the USA division of Fujifilm. Victor was the guy's name. Victor told me, Mitch, if you get me leads that are targeted people who are interested in any kind of photography or cameras, I will convert 3% of them. See, this is one of the things that sometimes drives me crazy about the question that JDJ just asked. Did the leads convert well? There's 2 parts of this puzzle. Number 1 is getting the leads. Number 2 is selling them. Yes, they're tied together. I understand that most people want all of that tied together in one nice, neat little bundle. But if you can get leads on the front end, your second job is to convert them to sales. You want highly targeted leads on the front end because you think those will convert more. There's a whole wide variety of people that are going to come on the front end. I can guarantee you that even if you get the most highly targeted leads you think you can get, some of those people just came in because they thought they were going to win something for free, and they're never, ever going to buy from you. That's true if you're just offering a lead magnet. This is the number 1 tool people tell you to build is a lead magnet. How many leads? I don't care what your original offer is. Your goal is to sell them, yes. But don't just blame the tool or blame your contests don't work if your campaign didn't convert to sales. The sales part's up to you. The sales part is up to you and your business. Anyway, I can preach about this all day long. Sorry. If I get on a rant, sorry. So, again, I got to watch the time because I do have to go. Steve did say, good time to mention split testing. Current campaign was converting at 53%. Freaking good. Way to go, Steve. Changed the page and the new version was converting at 100%. Well, holy camole. You got to show us that. Howard says, Hi, everyone. Thank you for poking your nose in, Howard. My first time on this webinar from Long Beach, California. Great usable stuff. I think that's what that was supposed to be. Deborah said, Steve, impressive. Can you tell us how the change worked to accomplish that? I do not want to forget. Let me quickly jump in because I think I've answered all the questions that were asked earlier. No, here's one. Pawan, or Pawan. Again, I'm not good at pronunciation. How to get the quiz points to add up to the points on UpViral. I don't know that I understand the question. I don't understand the question. Quiz points. UpViral doesn't do quizzes. You can put some questions on the lead page, but there is no quiz functions, which is why I'm kind of confused. Pawan, if you're still here, please let me know more about what that question is. Oh, see, I missed the first part. Here's something I wanted to ask. Integrating a quiz contest into UpViral was Zapier. How do I get the quiz points to add up on UpViral? Okay, sorry, I missed the first part of that. My fault. With Zapier, you can put points in for somebody through the other bucket in terms of UpViral person. It's getting warm in here. I'm sorry. I'm going to turn on my fan. So you can bring points over with Zapier from a quiz tool. Typically, what I try to do would be, it depends upon your funnel. I would potentially ask them, I would get them to register in UpViral first and then do the quiz, but it just depends. That could be a long conversation on how to make that happen. So Rico, somewhere you posted the link. I don't think I clicked on it. I got to find it. Features, members. That's not it. That's not it. Where is it? I saw it. There it is. All right. Let's see. Let me move you guys over. Oops. Not there. Let me move you to the other screen. Oh, you gave it to me again. Howard, where would I go to learn more? Watch all these shows, Howard. If you need to, you can connect with me over at viraltrafficguy.com. Go to the UpViral group, join up there. Ask some questions in the UpViral group. I can give you the link to that Facebook group. There's the link to that. Mitch, is it a good idea to offer one lead magnet for a sign up and then another one when they share? Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about with the viral bump. Jeff, that was your question. Absolutely. Do that. It's potentially better to make that second thing a bigger offer. Maybe you could bundle a couple of different ebooks. Maybe you offer a $47 mini course that you have based on the ebook. All kinds of different ways of doing that. Mimi asked, how do I use UpViral to get converting leads for my life coaching? There's a whole big topic. There's actually an entire show that we talked about, Mark and I did way back at the beginning with a life coach campaign that we actually built, and we can dive into that in another show. I'm afraid I just don't have time to do that, and I already promised Rico I would do a quick review. So let me do that. Mimi, it's a great question. You can ask that question, by the way, in the UpViral group as well and get input from not only me, but others. I love this show. I love answering questions. All right, let me turn on sharing, and I wish I didn't have a client meeting. Not that I don't like clients, but And by the way, this client that's coming up is somebody that I helped run an UpViral campaign. That's one of my case studies. She got 3,800 leads in 2 weeks on her campaign. So Rico's campaign. Want to win this awesome book? Here, I'm going to tell you to dump these 2 words right here. Don't you ever, 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 this is Mitch's pain point. Quit saying, do you want to win this? Make it a positive, affirmative statement. Win this awesome book. I think you need to be careful about the way this splits up. If I do this and I look at this on a mobile phone, which is what I'm kind of sort of simulating here, want to win this awesome book, no purchase necessary to win at the top. This video is not showing up properly. Click to share. So I'm up here, I'm going, what book? Right? What happened is that this image got bumped way down here. Not up here where you think. Always look at this as if you would be entering in a smartphone. Always, 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 always. And it depends. I talk about this in my editing class. It depends upon where you put these images and what sections you build. Mimi says this is the main thing slowing me down from using UpViral. How do I use UpViral to generate leads for my life coaching? Let me finish this and I'll see if I can get that in. I got 11 minutes. Sorry. So this whole thing right here, Rico, just puts me off in terms of using the phrase that Mimi just said. I don't know what your offer is, okay? YouTube Secrets, the ultimate guide, and this is blurry and fuzzy on my screen. Ultimate guide to growing your following. Why aren't these words over here? This doesn't even really sort of look like an ebook cover. What does this video have to do with any of this? I tend to not like videos on landing pages unless it's fully explained. Why would I watch this? I don't even know what it is. It doesn't fit properly. I can't read the title. Making 40K per month from Amazon reviews is what I think it says. What does that have to do with YouTube Secrets? None of this feels like it ties together to me, Rico. I'm sorry, but I would walk away from this and not register because I don't understand what the offer is. Click here to share and receive points to win. I don't want to share. Why are you asking me to share? Click here to share. I don't want to share. I want to win. I don't even know what I'm going to win. Why am I winning a book? If it's a free book, why are you making me win it? Does everybody get it? Do you see my questions, Rico? Are you understanding? Here's one of the tips, one of the best tips that I can give you. And I had a large discussion with some clients a couple of weeks ago with people that did not sign up for their campaign. And that's because they wouldn't let me tell them that their offer, their landing page, was a stinker. It converted at 6%. And I kept telling them, the people are yelling at you with their feet. You got thousands of people to come to your page and it only converted at 6%. There's a problem. Take your hat off, Rico, and everybody else. Everybody pay attention to this. Take your hat off of, I know what this campaign is about. This is very obvious to me. People are going to sign up to this like crazy. You have to look at your page as if you are clueless about what the offer is. Somebody comes into this page. Maybe it's a spouse. Maybe it's your mother. Maybe it's a grandmother. If they don't understand what the offer is, in 3 to 5 seconds, they're gone. You've lost them. Want to win this awesome book? I don't know. Why is it awesome? What is the book? Is it this thing called YouTube Secrets? Okay. Why do I want it? What's the pain point that you are trying to solve with this book? Would you sign up? The answer is nobody would sign up to this because they don't understand the offer. Everything's split up. Or Steve says, or actually get someone that is clueless to check it for you. That's even better. Absolutely true. Get people to review your campaign that don't know you. I got to tell you, Rico, I'm sorry I don't have a whole ton of time to go through this, but I think you got the point. You got to start from scratch. This page, nobody's going to sign up to this because they don't know what the offer is. And this button, click here to share, is not click here to win. You're asking them to do work. Click here to share says, work. I don't want to do work. Why are you asking me to do work? And yes, it's blurry. The image is very blurry. All right. Share and receive points to win. I don't want to get this book for free. Still don't know what it is. Enter your email to register to win. What am I winning? Do I have to get... I'm not going to even... I'm sorry, Rico. I'm not going to even go to the next page. Because this one... I'm sorry. And by the way, you see up here it says Madrid. Inside of your campaign, I'm going to quickly jump over to this. Not that. Where's my UpViral? Quickly, Mitch. I'll just use this one. One of my free things that you're going to be able to get. When you are in the landing page builder, in the design template, this set of words right here, which they default right now to the template name, show up at the title. Notice my title, Canva Social Sharing Templates, versus your title, which says Madrid. Okay? That title that's right here, this title is what the users see up in the tabs at the top of the UpViral campaign. Make sure you put a decent title in there. That's something else that I would love to see changed. But right now, that title is important. And right now, what yours says, Rico, is Madrid. And if people get distracted and they come back to their tabs and they go, what the heck is Madrid? Steve says, must be Webinar Jam. That's not no, it's a blurry image. All right. I'm afraid I've got to take off today. I'm sorry. Mimi's question really fast, Mimi. Don't let this thing slow you down. Don't let the idea slow you down. Brainstorm. Oops. Think outside the box. Do not try to give away, Mimi, your coaching because people don't know who you are and don't know why you're offering it. Figure out something. I'll give you an example. My friend Ken was a procrastination coach. What he did for his campaign was he came up with a thing, and that was a Pomodoro timer to offer people that's related to the idea of procrastination or timing or being focused, came up with a physical product to offer. Another example, a friend of mine has, one of my mastermind members has a weight loss program. He's giving away scales, the thing you put in your bathroom to weigh yourself. Think of something that's related to your offer, whatever your life coaching is. Make sure you can find something that is similar, gets people in the niche to your offer. Start with your ebook. Start with your minimal stuff. Don't start with the big offer. Okay. Kiki says, great show as always. Thank you. Have a great vacation. Thank you very much for that. Again, I do apologize for having to split today. I know I love answering questions. We will have another Q&A show coming up next month. I'm always in the UpViral group. Come over to the UpViral group and ask me questions. I've shared with you several different things today that you can get. Let's build some great campaigns. I will not be here next week, but there will be a show, and Danny and William will be offering a great topic, and then I will be back the following week to do something else. I don't even have any clue yet. Deborah said, give them access to a mini course or video, 5 minutes narrated PowerPoint video, 21 days of email inspiration, something. Mimi says, I have a journal to give away. Be careful about a journal because a journal still is kind of vague, but it is a possibility. All right, I got to wrap this up. Paul, thank you for the nice words about vacation. It is going to be very relaxing. I will not be thinking about you. Well, I probably will. You guys have a great time. I will see you again in 2 weeks, but you will show up next week because Danny and William need to know about you. Thanks for tuning in. Come back every week, same time, same channel. Join us in the UpViral group on Facebook, and I will talk to you again in 2 weeks.